Battle continues May 1st at the second stop on the PSP Tour, so mark your calendars and sign up your team to take the field at the 2015 PSP Nashville Open. Watch all the action going down and broadcast live May 1st through the 3rd on PSPEvents.com.
2 games remain here at the 2015 PSP Dallas Open. The one coming at you right now, D1 final matchup, Prime taking on Uprising. And then next up, Los Angeles Infamous and Houston Heat. I'm Matty Marshall with Todd Martinez. And it looks like right away, Prime losing a body off the break. So advantage is going to go to, or I'm sorry, Uprising losing a body and Prime losing a body. So looks like it's evened up on the body count right now. That's Prime on your screen. They're on the left-hand side, right-hand side. And on the left-hand side, Uprising. So Uprising, better field position for them in the center.
Yep. Up in that A. We saw him up there before. That's Ormrod, number 71, but he's going to get stabbed right now. That looks like a penalty coming.
Yeah, that's a major penalty.
Ormrod. So what a move right there by Prime player.
Oh,
coming through and stabbing Ormrod. Caught him by surprise.
Blatant spin move right there, Todd, drawing that major penalty for Uprising.
But Uprising still has one body over here in the snake side corner.
So it's 3-on-1 right now. McGowan, Manners, and Bianca. Uh-oh, looks like, yeah, so. And Manners was the hero for Prime, got him into this match. That ridiculous one-on-one, no hopper, putting one ball in at a time. And it looks like Prime's going to go up one early here, mostly because of that major penalty. That was Aaron Ormrod?
Yeah, Aaron Ormrod. You know, up in that center, he was doing a lot of damage for them to get them in here. You know, really smart player, but as you see this launch, gonna dive head first underneath and get that kill. What a play. Ormrod gonna spin and shoot him. And that's one way to break the game open.
Yeah, you can see that hit there on his button on his ankle. So Ormrod spinning like a top, getting a penalty for Seattle Uprising. And Ormrod was playing really good for them, but hey, I can understand, you know, you see that flash and you turn around and looked like it might have hit him on the back of the cleat too. Yeah. But that one in the back of the leg or on his buddy must have felt that one.
Yeah, was that McGowan right there that made that move on the camera to come through the middle? There's Manners that just stepped out to go back on the field. Here we got Roberts and Hicks and a really dirty player from Supreme. So Prime up 1 point early over Uprising. This is for the D1 finals.
It's a race to 5 points, just like in D2. And 15 minutes regulation time, 13:45 to go. These teams switch sides. Prime now on your screen and on the left. Uprising will be on your right. Penalties don't carry over. There's no penalty time. It's just 1-for-1s and 2-for-1s.
Oh, right in the goggles on the break. Uprising trying to go out to that Dorito side, getting smoked, but Prime going to lose one body as well, make that 2 bodies. They're going to lose him off the Dorito side. Nobody on the Dorito side trying to fill out. Is he going to get there? I think he got shot just as he dove in. Yes, he does. So Uprising shooting the fillers, doing a good job. Just 2 bodies left alive for Prime. There is the both of them. Number 23 on your screen, Daniel Fugera and Jonathan 1.
Todd not looking good right now for Prime. Looks like Uprising getting a little angry that they're down a point right now. So Uprising, they lose Joel Eaton, but it's still 4-on-2 right now. Summers Gray, Tucker, and Arnold on the field for Uprising.
And there's Daniel Fugera getting shot. Just 1 body, a desperation run by Jonathan 1. He's going to get shot. That's actually McGowan. Over here, the last body for Prime. Let's see if he can take any bodies with him or if Uprising can close this game out, as they're going to come from the Dorito side. 4-on-1.
Yeah, and he closes it out. Nothing last player left alive could do, really. So
I'm surprised he got as far as he did.
Yeah, right.
On that run.
So now score is going to be 1-1. Nice work by Summers, Gray, Tucker, and Arnold. So as Arnold walks through the mud to tag that flag up, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after a few words from our sponsors.
They say paintball is 90% mental. The mental aspect of our sport goes far beyond game plans and visualization. Now more than ever, Empire provides an unmatched support system for you both on and off the field. Having this level of support allows you to focus on the things that you need to go out there and get the job done. The Empire All-In Sponsorship Program. Thousands of players, hundreds of teams, one family, one support system.
Make sure to mark your calendars for the upcoming PSP events. Nashville Open's coming at you next. Second event on the tour, May 1st through the 3rd. And then the Mid-Atlantic Open, June 18th through the 21st. Chicago Open's the 4th event now. That's August 7th through the 9th. And then the World Cup, October 15th through the 18th. You can catch it all live at paintballaccess.com. So here we go. Portland Uprising, or Seattle Uprising. Is it Portland Uprising or Seattle Uprising?
Seattle now. It used to be Portland Uprising.
How about Pacific Northwest Uprising? That's what
I like that. I like that.
So then taking on Birmingham Prime here. Prime on your left-hand side right now. So doesn't look like a body, Todd, has dropped for either team. The referee was checking out one of the Birmingham, or one of the Uprising players.
Here comes Uprising up the middle. There's Tommy Tucker on your screen right there. Tucker locking off that Dorito side. Ormrod, again, up in that Xbox. Timmy Roberts from Prime over here on the Snake side. As Tucker gets shot out of the middle, so Prime going to be the first one to strike. Uprising, you see there with a body in the Snake corner. One in the back center. Ormrod looking to launch again, up in that A. 3 bodies on the Dorito side for Prime. Roberts needs to be careful.
Yeah, Prime.
Not to come up too high as Ormrod's just sitting there waiting for him to make a mistake.
Well, Ormrod, 1 of 3 right now out there for Uprising, so down bodies, but Birmingham Prime playing on their heels because of just better field position. I was going to say, somebody needs to come and stab him. So there goes the bunker move on Ormrod, taking him out. That's going to give him some breathing room here and also take another body out. Now Prime on the attack themselves.
Prime got to be careful not to throw bodies away. Oh, yeah, that's definitely going to be a penalty. So Uprising going to get a penalty in that Snake side corner. It's going to be a minor for playing on. And Prime, I think they're going to get that last body pulled. Actually, there may not be anybody else to pull. So it's not a major, so the clock doesn't stop. If it was a major and there's nobody left to pull, the clock would stop. But because it's a minor, Prime will wait for Uprising to blow the horn.
So time ticking off before the start of this next point. You see that's a red clock above the main clock. And 9:49 to go here. Slight lead for Prime. 2-1's the score. Evan Manners continuing to play well for Prime.
Yeah, Manners, dude. coming out here and balling.
Yeah, that's and you get a chance to get on the webcast field. You want to do what Manners is doing right now. Scared me a little bit in that very first point that we watched him when he was stuck in the back, didn't seem to know what the count was. But then after that, it was just great performance.
Festival.
After great performance. And Timmy Roberts doing solid work for them too. Fugera has 2 kills as well. Bianca 3 kills as well. Yeah, the conditions out here, it's been very tough all weekend. We had the massive deluge hit Dallas area for the week before this tournament began. And anytime that you have so much rain that the ground just can't take it, and then tons of people start walking around, and it just creates this mud bog that we see existing here currently at Cousins Paintball. But the players been fighting through it. It's made for some interesting action, that's for sure, Todd.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's definitely forced a little bit change in the style of play out here on the field.
I always wonder when this happens, because we play outdoors, we play all over the United States. You never really know when Mother Nature's going to come in and throw a curveball at you. But it always makes me wonder what would happen and how would this event have played out if we had really nice, pristine grass like this field was last weekend.
Yeah, I know. I think I really think this would have been an awesome field. It's so tailor-made for fast moves.
It still was a pretty awesome field.
All the top teams have so much speed across the board. Like look at these teams we're about to see. Heat and Infamous, X Factor. It looked like. Nope. Yep. One body dropping off for Prime early. All bodies alive. Nope. Seattle Uprising losing 1 body on the break. Prime losing another one out of the middle. That's McGowan. He comes off. So 3 bodies left alive for Prime, but Manners still charging up the field. He's going to get some help over there on the Dorito side as they fill back. 1 body on the Snake side for Prime.
Looking at the eye in the sky, Uprising there with 2 more bodies, but not as good field position there in the center. Prime shine a little bit towards that D side of the field. That's to the top of your screen. And also has another player a little bit farther out wide. So, and then body drops for Seattle Uprising. So very close match here. Prime up by 1 over Uprising as that clock is ticking down.
Uprising making a move out to the mini race, but the referee gonna go running into the middle of the field to get a check on that middle player for Uprising. Gives him the nod. He is clean. I think that's Barca up in the middle there for Prime. Referee running in. Barca gets 1. He's wrapping. Referee running to give him a check. He gets another one, but then he gets shot. So just 1 body left alive now.
Getting crazy.
That's Olsvik, Matt Olsvik.
Looking at a decent amount of Prime players still left.
Yep.
No, actually, no. Prime losing a bunch of bodies too, but not able to stay alive is Matt Olsvik. So another point is going to go to Prime here in this race to 5. So they're 2 points away from victory here. 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Watching the D1 final. Division I champion to be crowned here at the Dallas Open. And then next up, the last game of the tournament is going to be Los Angeles Infamous and Houston Heat. So we expected that Heat with their new revamped lineup would probably make it in. We didn't know if they were going to make it this far, but they proved that they deserved to play for this win. And also Infamous trying to repeat here. They won this event last year. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Streets ain't chasing the same things you chasing. There's many temptations out there. Just stay focused, man. As a team, though. As a team. That's all I knew when I was here. That's what kind of kept me focused. that I finally ran into a team. And you guys have that same thing. Because this you will never die. It'll never die.
Hey guys, I am in Uprising's pit right now with Aaron Ormrod, who has stepped up to coach the team. Now, during that timeout, you were telling the guys you can't give away free fills. Can you explain exactly what free fills are and why they're so detrimental?
Basically what's happening is we're going up the center a lot to really cross off the field. And if we lose one of our center guys who's locking off one side of the field, or we move that guy, we have to make sure that we're still controlling that one side and we're not giving them free fills on one side. Because as soon as one of those guys in the center moves, if he changes his gun to the same direction as the other guy, we're giving them a free move. And we really can't afford that. We're shooting more people off the break, so as long as we can just maintain what we're getting off the break, we'll be able to hold on and win.
All right, well, you guys did have a little disadvantage. You were down a body, but now that you've got everyone back in full force, do you think you'll be running a little more aggressive gameplay, or will these be slower points?
A little bit. We're going to really focus on winning off the break and just playing a smarter game plan than them. We feel like we can beat them as long as we just execute our game plan and maintain our lanes and don't give anything up.
All right, Uprising needs 2 points to tie this up with Prime. We'll see if they can do it.
It's really crazy how Aaron Ormrod goes from playing up the middle to coaching, fully clean polo shirt, back to playing on the field.
I'm just so impressed that he's able to gear down every single point and then gear back up that fast.
Yeah, gear down, call plays, gear back up, go out and play.
So apparently somebody is rocking Aaron Ormrod's jersey.
Somebody that's playing pretty well.
Yeah, and somebody's playing really well. So we're getting he's getting a ton of glory for Aaron, who's coaching. I guess that's justifiable, right? You know?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
We should have just had Trevor Reeser wear a Todd Martinez jersey last year on Vicious.
That's what I was actually thinking right when you said that. So in case we can't do that, maybe we can get him to wear it for the finals here against Heat.
So 7 minutes and 35 seconds to go, and it looks like a bunch of Prime players are coming off, but also Uprising losing players as well. Olsevic walks off. Evan Manners, he walks off for Prime. And it looks like Prime, though, dying in droves. And it is going to be a point for Seattle Uprising. So that was an important one for them. Now they're going to pull within one here. Tucker clearing the field out. So Tommy Tucker going to go back and grab the flag, hang it up. And all of a sudden, we have a 1-point match.
And there goes Tucker to run that flag in. There is the gate. Down there at the Starbucks with the giant Kill Cliff energy drink in the back. So here comes the move down the middle. Even though he got torched, didn't get anybody. That's Tommy Tucker, who ended up coming down, hanging the flag. Tried to make a move, but got chopped up. There's Tommy Tucker shifting in slow-mo. And then the launch, super dramatic slow-mo.
And there's the view from the break on the start gate. It's on the right-hand side of your screen every point. And you get a good look at the bunkers in the center of the field. Players have been loving this field because look at all those big bunkers in the center. And it's not just that there's big bunkers and playable areas up there. It's just that there's lots of angles. You can still get shots off the break. So the way those big bunkers are set up, there is still lots of shots for you to get off the break. And then before this field became a mud bog, the snake was filled with action. There was tons of guys getting to the snake. It was a huge thing that you had to work for. But ever since the mud really started to set in, then the situation becomes that the play has been much more focused in the center and up that D side of the field. Luckily for everybody, the center, again, with all those options that you saw, is very playable. And then also that D side's very strong as well too. So, but the snake still is there. There's still moves that are happening over here. It's just really tough to get out on this side.
There you see Prime. Here you see Uprising in that pit. A convincing point last time. Let's see what is Prime going to do now to counter. They get their bodies out. They do. They don't send anybody to the snake side, but they are moving slowly up the middle, stacking heavy guns in the middle, not risking anything but going up to the Xbox right away. Is what I like to see. Keep those guns blazing. Make moves up through the middle, look to launch.
You can see there a very good view from the eye in the sky. And then now we're going to look at Portland Uprising. So only down by 1. Time is starting to become a factor. 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go.
Tucker, first one to get shot in the face. He's going to run off.
Prime trying to maintain their lead here. That's going to help a little bit. Tommy Tucker's a force for Uprising.
Yep. There you see Olsvik. First body out over here on the snake side. As 2 bodies come walking off the field right now for Seattle Uprising. That center can and their Dorito side player both walking off, so just 2 bodies left alive. Olsvik and the back center. So the back center and the first snake temple. I don't think Prime is, Prime has lost a body. 1, 2, 3, 4. Prime has 4 bodies left. Oh, Prime just lose another one on that fill. So Prime, Prime still has 4 bodies left alive. Snake Temple, center tower. Dorito won, but he is squeegering furiously, trying to get his gun back up. So Prime with the lead and the bodies, but they are in no rush to make a move. Uprising.
And they don't really need to.
They don't need to at all.
Yeah, they don't need to. But again,
what they don't want to do is run down the field and get chopped up by these 2 Uprising bodies. What they want to do is force Prime, or force Uprising to do what they just did, which was blow that horn. And that's going to put Prime 1 point away from winning this match.
1 point away, man. That's all they need. This is a race to 5 points, under 5 minutes to go. And Prime has just really kind of separated themselves from Uprising by making less mistakes. They're winning the close points. They made less mistakes. They're looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So either which way, one of these teams, and Nick Slowiak over here with his GI Sports banner, both these teams, GI Sports teams, they're going to be collecting that money. I just like to watch Rab have to pay money to these teams.
So could potentially just see 1 more point, or with 5 minutes left to go, down by 2, is Uprising going to get back in this match? We're going to have to wait to find out. Also, remember, tell your friends, man, the game that we've played this entire event just to watch is coming up next. It's the Los Angeles Infamous, who won this event last year, going to be taking on the new revamped lineup of Houston Heat. And Houston Heat is a force to be reckoned with for sure, with the pickup of the 4 Russians coming off Arc Chaos. And Arc Chaos won the last 2 events last year in the Champions Division. So, you know, obviously you're a fool if you don't think that Houston Heat has a chance in any event that they play in now. But Los Angeles Infamous, with the addition of Mouse Alex Goldman and also with Trevor Reeser, your boy coming over from Vicious, both those guys playing well for them. But the only reason those 2 teams are even in the position they're in is because they came in and they dominated at this event. Yeah. Played really great, and it's kind of a toss-up. You could make the argument that Houston Heat might have the advantage on paper because of the fact that, you know, I feel that the Russians are still riding off of that high from their 2 wins last year. But you cannot count out Infamous because of their solid lineup. They won this event again last year, and also they're very hungry because after they won this event last year, it was a downhill slide for them till the World Cup, where they took down Dynasty in the Challengers Division final. But rocky road for Infamous in the middle part of the season. So they're very hungry to reassert themselves here and become the Dallas champions.
Yep. Speaking of Vicious, shout out to Carl and Karen Boyle, everybody from the Vicious program sitting at home right now in Omaha watching us. Julie, Jake, Hooker, Parker, everybody's there at the house.
Nice.
They got the webcast up on the big screen. My man Lil Ian checking out the game. Chris Day, everybody's there posted up, getting ready for this finals to watch our boy Trevor Reeser hopefully get out there and do some damage for LA Infamous. But we'll be right back after this with the conclusion of this game and the pro finals coming right up.
Featuring wood, speed, or rec ball, Cousins Paintball makes it simple. Cousins Paintball is home to the XPL Lite, UWL, Star Series, SCPA, and PSP. Come to Texas's largest park, Cousins Paintball.
Cousins Paintball. You shoot paintballs.
So is Prime going to take this victory if they win this point, or Seattle Uprising here, but this is their last chance. They have to win this one to stay in this match. And it looks like Prime loses a body early, so this could be Uprising's opportunity. Doesn't look like a body is dropped for Uprising, so they off the break, so they will have a one-body advantage. Ormrod, Olstick, Arnold, Eaton, and Martell on the field for them to try to keep them in this final match here. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
And Prime, they lose one body, but they are dug in right now. Back center, center can, center tower. Those three spots as well for Uprising. They have the body advantage. They have a body out wide. You can see him out there in the mini race bunker on the Dorito side. And here comes a move. Jumping out of that can and into the Xbox. There you see the player getting ready to get on his feet. Nope. Thought he was going to make a move. He didn't. Olsvik in the snake corner for Uprising. Prime also in the snake corner. Only Bianca getting shot for Prime so far. Approaching the 3-minute mark. 2-point lead for Prime.
Yeah, and Prime trying to just dig in right now with their 4 bodies they have left. They have 1 Manners, Olsvath, and Fugera on the field.
Uprising gonna have to think about going, but Prime really locking it down right now.
Well, then this is where time becomes that issue. You know, you have to leave yourself, if you're down by 2, you have to go into this point with the knowledge that comes a certain junction when you're going to have to start pushing forward regardless of whether or not those opportunities are there. You have to create them because you have to leave yourself enough time to come back and tie it up even if you win this point. And we're starting to get to that moment right here.
Yep, there's Manners on your screen, who we saw the big game out of earlier. He's looking to get kills. He's in the back center, but he gets goggled. 2:20 left to go. Here comes the...
Oh, they run right past each other.
Oh, what's going to happen? Any bodies left alive? So here comes Uprising as Arnold going to give himself a check. 2 minutes left, and Uprising going to get a hang.
Ooh, we got ourselves a 1-point game, Todd.
2 minutes left, 1-point game. Uprising feeling it right now. That's what happens.
So, but again, both teams playing clean here, at least in this point. Penalties not a factor past couple ones, but we've seen them today a lot. It's been a penalty-ridden day.
Man, I'll tell you what. People shooting some good lanes on the break. Guys trying to get out to these wide spots. It's tough, but, I mean, it's a roll of the dice. Seemingly teams have had to take out here to try and get some spacing. Otherwise, you know, if you shoot a body and then you don't get out wide, then you can very easily get bottled up in the center of the field. So, Uprising right now, they were also been doing a really good job of getting up the middle and attacking.
Have both teams used their timeouts? We might see a timeout here. I see Prime coming out. I don't see Uprising yet making their way onto the field, so we might potentially see a timeout from Uprising here. Haven't seen one yet.
Manners, Hicks, 1.
And here comes Uprising. So 10 seconds to go.
Yep. Same squad look like we got coming out here. Looks like all the way out to the snake side corner for Uprising. Antibodies, yes. Prime gonna get 1 from Uprising going out to that Dorito corner. 1, 2, 3, 4 bodies for Prime. Did Prime lose 1? Looks like Prime's got all their bodies.
And with the time ticking down here, it's not looking good for Uprising as they lost Tommy Tucker. So Prime going to try to maintain this lead with their 5 bodies alive. But Uprising putting themselves in a position to try to attack. Prime content to just get those standard first run bunkers and then just hang out in there and roll their guns and hold off the attack. They know it's coming. 1 minute and 12 seconds to go.
Oh, and there goes the first one. What you don't want to do is give away free bodies if you're Prime. You just want to lock it down and make Uprising come through your guns with 1 minute left to go. There you got Manners. Another Prime player catching a bounce in the arm.
Here it comes. Portland Uprising under a minute, 49 seconds. 4 players left alive. Nobody's died other than Tommy Tucker at the outset of this point. And here comes the push. Olsvik is going to come off, so they lose 1 attacker. Birmingham Prime loses 2 bodies. So here comes Uprising. They might be able to do it with the launch. Martel gets chewed up, and we're going to get a major penalty on Prime, and that is going to open the door for Seattle Uprising, and another one as well, too, which means they might start the next body. Oh, no, it was a penalty. So that is going to be a wash, and there still is 1 Prime player left. So completely chaotic point here. Penalties back and forth. No, the refs are going to pull that last player out for Prime, but again, Prime still has the lead here by 1. So
7, 6.
Yep,
There's 1 body left alive on the field.
And they're going to, the refs are signaling the end of the point. So that was too chaotic to tell exactly what went down.
If that player for Uprising that made the move through the middle of the field had just walked off the field instead of standing and pointing, there would have been enough Uprising players to go grab the flag and win the game. But because he stood
or tie it up and take it
tie it up, win the point.
Yeah.
Right? But because he was standing there pointing, he got himself a minor penalty and got another player pulled and took away the opportunity. Here it is right here.
There's Martel. Martel cuts through. You can see there's the Prime player, raises his gun up, and Martel continues to go. Can't tell if he got hit in his chest because we don't have the angle right there, but they continue shooting at each other, and then Martel screaming and pointing.
So that's going to be a major.
Pleading his case.
That was going to be a major on 41 right there.
And so the ref was in there checking him out. He might have had a hit even before that. Ref in there checking him out to see if he was hit on that side. And let's look at it from the eye in the sky. We're not going to be able to see it. Well, you can look here at the strategy on the attack. So Martel makes his run, and then as soon as you can see the ref there running from across the field, though.
I'm not sure if he was necessarily going to go
or just to get a better angle.
Or I think he was just going to go check him. I don't know if he was necessarily going to go pull him.
Well, look right there. If you pause it right here, see the hits on the pack.
Okay, back it up.
Yeah, no, there's hits on his pack right there.
On Martel's pack?
No, not Martel pack. The Prime player on the inside in the stand-up can. See the hits on his pack?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm wondering if that came from Martel or if those were there already.
I think those come from Martell.
I think they come. Well, no, look, there might have already been a hit there.
But here comes Martell. He's going to run through. He's going to get that player first, and I think that's why that Prime player earned the major.
I thought there might have been a hit on his pack before that, man. You can't see from this angle because that stand-up tempo blocks out the can, but the referee running over there. The other referee was running towards the can.
Yeah,
so
he was just running to check him.
The referee's still out there talking it over.
But then Martell starts pointing and gets himself a minor. So they're going to put 13 seconds on the clock, and it's a tie ball game right now because there was a major with nobody left to pull.
And there's 13 seconds left.
Overtime.
We're overtime for sure. We're going to overtime. So we might see some one-on-one. So how the overtime works if you just tuned in. Well, first there's 13 seconds to burn off, but they're not going to score a point in 13 seconds. We're going to be heading to overtime. Don't even get 5 bodies out for it. Portland Uprising. And Prime losing a couple bodies. And under 5, 2, 1. And that is it. We are going to head to an overtime period. So how the overtime period works is 3 minutes goes up on the clock. Majors and minors still in existence. And if no point is awarded to either team, neither team wins it. In the overtime period, we'll head to a series of one-on-ones.
Oh, man. Madness right there.
So the OT, it's a shootout consists of a series of 5 60-second one-on-ones. First to 2 points wins. We've only seen one game ever go all the way to 5 one-on-ones. And that was that epic matchup in the Challengers Division final game between Los Angeles Ironmen and San Diego Dynasty last year, where they went to 5 one-on-ones, and Zach Wake ended up being the hero. That one, pulling off that last one-on-one, was tied 2-2 on the one-on-one. So we're going to be right back after this with some overtime paintball.
Paintball is 90% mental. The mental aspect of our sport goes far beyond game plans and visualization. Now more than ever, Empire provides an unmatched support system for you both on and off the field. Having this level of support allows you to focus on the things that you need to go out there and get the job done. The Empire All-In Sponsorship Program. Thousands of players, hundreds of teams, one family, one support system.
All right, here we go. 3 seconds to overtime. Who's going to get it? Seattle Uprising or Birmingham Prime?
On the breakout. Uprising still on your left, Prime on the right. Looks like a body dropping early for Prime. No bodies dropping thus far for Seattle Uprising. It was Aaron Pate taking the early walk for Prime. Prime now making a move up to the center, 50 in the center. And then
Prime looking to make a move through the middle. Not going to get it. Maybe a little premature. That's gonna give a 2-body advantage to Uprising right now with 2:20 left to go. And here we see Uprising able to get into the snake as they have plenty of time to work it. Brandon Olson in the middle for Portland Uprising. Or Seattle Uprising. He's the one that's wearing that Ormrod jersey. Now up in the Xbox.
So with under 2 minutes to go now.
And here comes Olsen up into the A.
The thing is, can Uprising capitalize on the advantage they have? They have a 2-body advantage. They have good field position, and they're in the snake. They're up to the center 50. And look at what's happening to the Prime players. This is what they're doing right now. They have to. Those angles are starting to get a little small for them. So just trying to stay alive right now and try to take it into overtime, or try to take it into one-on-ones. That's Prime's best hope. Or try to catch Seattle Uprising slipping when they push past this 50-yard line.
And here goes Brandon Olsen, but he's going to get shot trying to make that move in the middle. Still 3 bodies left alive. Here comes Olsvik. He's going to get a shot in the pack of that center tower, and then he's going to get another one out of the back center. Olsvik having a game right now. 1 body left alive for Prime. He's in that corner, and that is going to do it.
Wow. So I see Nate Schrader jumping up and down for his buddies. He's been helping them out all event long, and they are going to take the win here in overtime. So 4 players left alive for Seattle Uprising as they are going to hang that flag up. And congratulations to them. Uprising fought long and hard. Division 1, incredibly difficult, but they were able to do it.
And there's Tommy Tucker getting that last flag hang. As now Seattle Uprising going to celebrate their victory.
You win, you celebrate. That's how it works.
Yeah. Going to go get their cup, get their Lauren Kelly interview, get the big prize package.
Nice job. So let's look at this. So closing points. Oh, this was that play earlier on underneath that major penalty on
Brandon Olson.
On Brandon Olson, who's wearing Olsvik's jersey.
Ormrod's jersey.
Ormrod's jersey. Ryan Pruitt's jersey?
I think that Ryan Pruitt, yeah.
So nice.
Either way, I mean, that was a nice comeback there by Seattle Uprising. You know, with some last-minute heroics, being able to tie this game up, pushing through the middle of the field on that major penalty from Prime there at the end, sending it to overtime. So Alex Gray, Brandon Olson, Matt Olsvik, Joel Eaton, Tommy Tucker, and all the rest of the crew from Seattle Uprising going to be able to celebrate today.
And they deserve it, man. What a hard-fought victory, too. Prime gave them a game. Gave them a very good game. So the stage is set for the next game coming at us, and you can see them starting to take the field here. Los Angeles Infamous is going to be taking on Houston Heat to determine who will be the champion here, the PSP Dallas Open, for the first event of the 2015 season. And as we are seeing here in this multitude of highlights.
And that was the play right there. So on that play, the major penalty eliminated all the rest of the players that were alive. And that's what caused the major and the point to go to Uprising to send us to overtime.
Well, let's check in with Lauren Kelly with the winners.
Thanks, guys. I'm standing here with Alex Gray again from Uprising because they just won first place for D1. You were just saying how surreal this moment is. Yeah. Can you explain it to me?
I mean, you only dream about this. You know, honestly, we work so hard for this. And, I mean, the moment's here. It doesn't feel like it right now, but later it's going to feel really good. These tournaments are battles, honestly. They take so much out of you. So much preparation goes into them. And so many things have to go your way, you know? Like, we were down that match 4-2, you know, just like at World Cup. That was the whole motivation for this tournament, was we got second place at World Cup, and we felt like we deserved it. But, you know, back to the drawing board. And that game we were down again, but like we've done before, we came back. It's the best feeling. It doesn't get better than this.
If you had to pick one favorite highlight or moment or play from the weekend, what would it be?
Brandon Olson. The guy's an animal. Going up the center, he does stuff that, like, you know, Alex Rodriguez, the Dynasty, would do, or guys like that. But the guy played on fire this weekend. And he didn't even play last year, honestly. We picked him up. You know, a couple guys said we need him. Kid's really quiet, but when he's on the field, I mean, he flips another switch and he just turns on a whole new game. And all the rest of our guys, man. Matty Olsvik played very clutch. Tommy Tucker, Graham Arnold, very well. Connor Martell. We shot people off the break, and we got the job done. So it's the best feeling.
You did get the job done. Now, who do you want to thank for supporting you to get this win here at Dallas?
Thank you to Virtue Paintball. Thank you to Paintball Rack. Thank you to GI Sports. And thank you to Paintball Access and guys like Matty Marshall and Todd Martinez for creating the dream. You know, the players, they're who you look up to, but these guys narrate the story, and it doesn't exist without them. So thank you.
Well, congratulations. Go celebrate.
Yeah, let's go.
Guys, coming up, we will have the finals for Heat versus Infamous. We'll have to see who wins that one. Don't go anywhere.
Mark your calendars and get ready for the battle at the upcoming stops on the 2015 PSP Tour. The Nashville Open goes down May 1st through the 3rd. Mid-Atlantic Open June 18th through the 21st. The Chicago Open takes place August 7th through the 9th. And the biggest paintball tournament on earth, the PSP World Cup, runs October 15th through the 18th. Sign up your team now and get into the fight. Watch all the action on PSPEvents.com. You don't want to miss it.